Alright, this video is for those of us who are in the SAT workshop. This is the paper I gave out. If you see a check mark, that means we've already worked that problem in another packet. So we're going to work number 5. The negative 1/2 would distribute to both, so it would be 49 to the negative 1/2 over 25 to the negative 1/2. The negatives flip, so it would be the square root of 25 over the square root of 49, which ends up being 5/7. We had already done 13, 15. I'm going to go through and work 17 and 18. We've done these in another paper. 17, if you'll rewrite this as 16 to the 1/5 to the 1/2, and then this is 8 to the 1/2 to the 1/3. And I could actually even go farther because I can recognize that this 8 and the 16 are both going to be 2's. So this is 2 to the 4th to the, can I go ahead and make this 1/10? And this is 2 to the 3rd to the 1/6, because remember, when you raise a power to a power, you multiply your exponents. And then this will be 2 to the 4/10 times 2 to the 3/6, or I can make that 1/2. And then I have to get a common denominator. I can make that 2/5. 2/5 plus 1/2 is 4/10 plus 5/10, which would be 9/10. So my answer is 2 to the 9/10, and you have to leave it like that. 18. If I recognize that 25 and 125 are both powers of 5, I'll make my life easier initially. I can write that as 5 to the 2 times 4 plus 3 square root of 5. And then over, this will be 5 to the 3rd times 1 plus the square root of 5 to the 2nd. This will be 5 to the 8 plus 6 square root of 5 over, and go ahead and make this 3 times 3 square root of 5. And then when I do the 2, I distribute it as well, so that's 6 plus 6 square root of 5. And then when you divide like bases, you subtract your exponents. So 8 plus 6 square root of 5 minus 6 plus 6 square root of 5. The 6 square root of 5's cancel. 8 minus 6 is 2, so it's 5 squared, which is 25. We had already done all these. I don't even know where those problems are. 19, 20, 21, 22 we've already done. And we're going to go straight to these, which are on the back at the bottom of the page. Now, factoring is a little tricky. If you think about what you do when you factor, is you take out the greatest common factor, the thing that's common to both, and you take the biggest one. So the biggest thing that's common to both of these is a to the 1/2. So I can take an a to the 1/2. And then if I look at my b's, the biggest thing I can take is b to the 1/2. And then I look at it and I say, all right, how many times does 1/2 go into 3/2? Well, basically you're subtracting, because when you divide, you subtract exponents. 3/2 take away 1/2 is 2/2, which is 1. And the b is gone. And then I took the a, and then the b, 3/2 take away 1/2 is 2/2, which is a b. And that's my answer. On this one, if I take out a negative 1/2, I think it ends up being a little bit easier. Yeah. If I take out the x minus 1 to the negative 1/2, I just subtract my exponents. Inside, 1/2 minus negative 1/2. 1/2 minus negative 1/2 is 2/2, which is 1. So x minus 1 minus, and then I took this, x minus 1 negative 1/2, x minus 1 negative 1/2, so it's just minus x. The x cancel, so the answer is x minus 1 to the negative 1/2. Here, the biggest thing I can take out of both is the 1/2. So x plus 1 to the 1/2. What's left? Well, I had 3/2. I took 1/2 away, so that leaves x plus 1 to the 2/2 minus 4. Well, this is just 1, so it ends up being x minus 3 times x plus 1 to the 1/2. Again, biggest number out of 3 halves and 1 half is 1 half. So I'm going to take an x squared plus 1 to the 1 half. I had 3 halves. I took 1 half. So it's going to leave 2 halves, or 1, minus, I had 1 half. I took 1 half, so it's just minus x squared. The x squareds cancel, and it's just x squared plus 1 to the 1 half times 1. And that's the answer. And then we looked at your exponent 2 sheet. Your homework is exponent 2. We're not doing all of them. We're stopping at number 47. Right? 47? Yeah, stop at 47. Do 1 through 47. You should have them all done when I come around and check tomorrow. 1 through 47, all. And we'll work on the solving questions at the very bottom more tomorrow.